I got some, African tribe type of stuff, from my people back home in Nigeria. So this is the last game of the season home. So, I had to go to my closet and dig deep and get it out, just to rock it out. A little fashion. Shout out to Mama. She got me right.
A Saturday night in Westwood and a chance for UCLA to waterfall some of that momentum from a couple nights back, fresh off a 20-point pasting of Washington State. It's the Washington Huskies.
6 games in 12 days is something I've never been a part of. Never thought I'd coach in the NBA, so it was interesting to say the least. Obviously, we're 5-1 in those 6. Our 5 wins were all blowouts.
Good again!
3 games within a 5-day span, something like that. Crazy. And I guess it does get you prepared for March because, you're going back to back to back, playing against so many different high-level teams. And it just really shows, the toughness that we have as a group. We have a super talented group of guys. We got guys that would be starting on other teams, in my opinion, if they weren't here. It goes hand in hand, and it's kind of next man up mentality. So when one guy goes down, we got some guys that will pick up the slack.
Miles Johnson to Singleton, a 3 is good!
So it's been a rotation of guys. Obviously, Jalen Clark's emergence of late has been huge for us. Dave Singleton's always been a security blanket for me. Jake Kyman's had his moments. Peyton. We're not just going to go with who started, last year because we went to the Final Four. Like, we got to try to figure out what's the best matchup.
So to go out there and succeed, it's just an amazing feeling. I'm having fun with it. This is once in a lifetime opportunity for an LA kid to be at UCLA. It's like a dream come true. So I just have fun with it.
Our one loss, we struggled offensively against a very good team. The way the guys handled it here down the stretch, the guys showed a lot of maturity.
It wasn't perfect. We lost one, but I feel like we learned from that loss and we were motivated to keep playing.
Jaime is such a competitor, but I think the key for us to get where we want to go, he has to be a scorer. The last couple games was to really get him going back offensively. His ankles are feeling better. Knock on wood, that we can keep that going because we're not going anywhere unless he's a factor for us. I mean, he may not get 30 a game like he did in Washington, but he's got to be an offensive factor. So that has me the most excited because I know, to really do something special, he's got to be a part of it because he's that level of player. We're only going to get so far without him being a big factor. So it's exciting to see him scoring again.
I mean, I really just love the game of basketball, and I love this team, and I love playing here. And, I'm not going to let a couple injuries stop that from happening. And kind of just persevering through that. Just, not really caring. Just I want to play basketball, I want to have fun with my teammates, and I don't want to miss it. And that's kind of the way I look at it.
A lot of people win at home. Even average teams win at home. Real teams win on the road. And then obviously in our tournament, we're not like the NBA, we don't play home and home. Our tournament's at a neutral site, be it Pac-12 or NCAA tournament.
We gotta get ready for March, so all games are gonna be like this. We have to just keep this intensity and maintain it, or even elevate it as we get in closer to the postseason.
We're smelling the roses right now. It's March. This is what we live for. We really don't, whatever happened earlier in the season, it all kind of goes out the window. And what really matters is, that stretch of 6 games it takes to get to the, Final Four national championship. And that's really what we get excited for. And I think people know that. And I think our guys know that as well.
A lot of the time with my beats, I'll make double beats. So this is the first half of this one. I made my first beat messing around in 2019. It just started with my laptop my freshman year, downloading GarageBand and slowly working my way up. I loved listening to music and I didn't quite understand how perfect it sounded. And then once I started making my own music, it's fun working towards that. So this is the first one I made for my brother. It's kind of embarrassing to play it. Even though it's my art, but Started a long time ago. Yeah, I have a very tight-knit family. We moved around a lot growing up, so I was always like attached to my older brother at his hip. It was always a constant while moving. Music and basketball was always a constant. Just watching him make music and like hear his love for it and just like saw what it did to him and how it would give him life in some circumstances and situations. So, like outside of just making music, it made me understand like art. I feel like you get music in nature, like wind and trees rustling, and like it's just a constant thing across everything.
Then my favorite part is the 808, which is like the drum. So when it comes in,
I guess I like to try to put my swag on my music. Like I'm not like I want to make this beat like Drake or I want to make this beat like Kanye. Even though they're very influential as artists, it's kind of like I want to make this beat like Tyger. Like how would I do it? You know what I'm saying? If I like it, then I got my point across, and if I feel like it sounds like how I want it to sound, then and it's coming from me, then it's only going to be as genuine as that. I think that my music kind of embodies my character. Like I'm laid back, nonchalant, like so my music kind of sounds like spacey. When I find that noise or find that 808 that like hits right with the beat, then it's like a Rubik's Cube. Like I did it, like I figured it out. Like I'd say who's influenced me is like Drake. I listened to a lot of Drake growing up. Like pregame stuff, he has music for all moods. Kanye, of course. I used to listen to a lot of Juice WRLD, but he passed. He was very influential for me. A dream of mine is to like have a record label maybe someday. But I feel like I could be good at finding talent, or because a lot of not a lot, but I listen to artists when they're more underground, and most of the artists I listen to seem to blow up.
so I pretty much just go in here and find whatever noise I like.
I guess what makes a good song would be how it makes you feel. I don't use it as much as I would say escape, but more to just explain my feelings through music.
And the battle for LA bragging rights front and center tonight here in Westwood. Not only does this game have its usual raucous rivalry storyline, tonight it determines who's ahead of the other in the national rankings and who's ahead of the other in the Pac-12 standings. From a sold-out Pauley Pavilion, the 22-6 Bruins against the 25-5 Trojans of USC. In the Cardinal colored jerseys with the gold trim, the Bruins in their blues tonight because it is a blue out here at Pauley Pavilion. Chalk on Mobley, feather it up, around and in, and the Bruins up 4-2. Outlets to Clark, up, two-hand jam! Oh, baby! Timeout USC! Bernard changing that, drills it from 25. Campbell, a three, it's good! Right to the rack, long as down and in. Step, kick to Bernard. Rainbow three is gone. Bernard at 16, and they're jumping around the ball. And there you have it. Order has been restored. Peace out, SC.
Good win for the Bruins. Good momentum going into the Pac-12 tournament.